In this video we're going to look at focus in After Effects. So here's the setup. I've got text layers A from the perspective film, and A is actually the layer that's the closest, but what I've done is they're all enabled in 3D space, and you can see from this top view this very long one is the very large A, and then this next one is from, and then their perspective you can see is the longer word, and film is the shorter word here. So they are set apart in Z space. So we're going to look at how we could focus on a specific distance. So let's bring out a new camera. Bring out layer, new, and camera. And now this will be a 2-node, that's fine. We could just do a 20mm camera. If we go down here to f-stop, notice that f-stop and aperture are tied together. And really, the larger the lens, then the more shallow the depth of field. So if we change this f6 to a 2.8, see our aperture goes up in pixels there, and we can get a shallower depth of field. And blur level, we'll probably have to modify that when we get in there, but we'll guess and just put this up a little bit and click OK. I think we're all set here. Oh yeah, and make sure that enable depth of field is set. So we click OK, and we've got our camera, and we can see from our outlines that what we're seeing is that this is the top view again, and as a reminder, under the corner here, under view options, the camera wireframe is on here. That's why we're able to see this camera. And this very far line is actually the zoom line, and this one is our focus area. So if we drop down our options here and drop down camera options, 711 is the zoom here, and the focal distance is 516. So watch as I move the focal distance. I'll move it right close to that first line. And then we have it in focus here. Now we don't see it all that well, so let's actually bring up that blurriness level. Here's the blur level. We'll just go ahead and bring it up. And I'm starting to see the other ones get blurry. Okay, there we go. So now the other ones are blurry, the A's in focus. Let's see what happens if we extend the zoom out, and then we bring our focal distance to one of these other words. So we move the focal distance in to perspective, and there you see that perspective is in focus, but the others are not. Let's get it even closer here. There we go. So you can see that perspective is in focus, and the from is out of focus, and the film is out of focus. So, and again, we can exaggerate it by moving the blur up more. So there we've got it to where you can pretty much only see the perspective here because I've upped the blur so much. So anyway, it's a lot that you can play with here, and you can see that you can add a lot of realness to your scenes now using depth of field. So have fun with that.